In the books at Gill Coliseum, UCLA opening with a 49.325 on the uneven bars. Well, coming up tonight is the 11 o'clock Regional Sports Report. 30 minutes of nightly sports news completely dedicated to your home teams. Home team news, local stories, and regional highlights tonight at 11 o'clock. Catch the Regional Sports Report right here on Fox Sports Net. Second rotation set to go, and it will be UCLA's turn on the vault. Going to start off with 3 straight Olympians. Pretty good lineup for the Bruins here. The Beavers, of course, will be on the uneven bars, and we'll get our first look at Elizabeth Gilson and Stephanie Bykowski. Talk about all the former national team members in attendance tonight and taking part. Here's one that's not taking part. Jenny Thompson, who spent 8 years on our national team, and the Beavers are fortunate to have her enrolled in school. She does not have eligibility, but she's a team manager, and it helps having that kind of experience in the room.
Oh, absolutely. She can support her teammates, tell them what it's like to be up in competition, especially the freshmen. That helps a lot.
And Thompson's, again, got 4 years to be at Oregon State, so she could become quite the fixture helping this coaching staff. Starting off on the vault for UCLA, the Canadian Olympian, freshman from Cambridge, Ontario, Yvonne Tusek.
Yvonne is going to do a Yurchenko vault, a round-off entry. Nicely done. She had a little step on landing. Her legs weren't quite together.
And, of course, those round-offs very difficult, and a lot of collegians can't do this.
She doesn't have quite enough push-off off the horse, takes a little step on landing, but not a bad opening vault, valued at a 10.0. It's a Yurchenko 1.5.
9.85. You see her ducking behind Dancher there. Now starting off for Oregon State on the uneven bars, here's Soni Meduna again. Soni a 9.725, her season best. She's hit that number twice this year.
She starts with a straddle over mount, goes immediately to the high bar. She's a strong competitor. It's to work on her swing. Here she does an interesting rotation with her hand. It's called a Healy twirl. There's her release move, and she was just low. She was way overshot the bar. She was low, completely missed. That'll be a 5/10 deduction. That was a reverse heck that she fell on. And she needs to get her composure again, re-chalk, get her swing back, which is always hard. Forget about what's happened. Set up her dismount and stick it. Here we see her set up, toe on, front hat off. Good landing. She again was a little bit low on the tuck. There'll be a few deductions. Not the best routine for Oregon State to start out with.
For UCLA in the vault, here is your national champion and one of the Olympians, 7 years off the U.S. national team, Kristen Maloney, out of Parkettes Club in Pennsylvania.
That was also a Yurchenko vault with a full twist. She had some knee bends, which are kind of uncharacteristic for Kristen, and a little step on landing. She's usually a little tighter. Watch as she does the round off. Pushes off the horse really well, but her legs aren't quite together. You see a big step on the landing to keep her from falling backwards.
And Maloney opens with a 9.85. So the Bruins start out with a couple of 9.85s, just like on the bars. Now for Oregon State, Annie Campbell, sophomore from Bellingham, Washington, leading edge gymnastics, 9.825, her season best. Did it last week against Boise State.
Annie's been getting stronger and stronger on this event. We see her first release move. Nice positions. Here we see a front giant. There's another Healy twirl, and she shoots immediately back to the low bar. Ideally, she'd like to hit that in the handstand position, but still fulfills the requirement of 2 release moves in her routine, set up for the dismount. Very strong finish. She could twist that dismount easily, and I bet by nationals we'll see her do that. She was nice and high above the bar on the dismount and had plenty of time just to open up and land. Here we see that dismount coming up. 2 somersaults before landing. She makes it look easy.
So Campbell a 9.7 on the vault, and now a 9.8 on her second event, the bars. And Campbell will be the Beavers' only all-arounder in this dual meet. Jamie Dancher, again part of the national team for the World Championships in '99 and the Olympics this past fall in Sydney.
Well, Jamie does a nice vault. It's a 10.0 value, but it's not the typical round-off entry vault that we've been seeing from all the other gymnasts. She does what's called a Phelps. It's a half twist onto the horse, half twist off the horse, and she's in the laid-out position. She has a little bit problems with the legs, pulls them together, one slight step on the landing. Good vault, valued at 10.0.
And the best number so far for the Bruins, that's a career best. Of course, over a freshman, you expect to see those career bests go all season, a 9.925. Back to the bars, Lindsey Nelson. Again, coming off the sprained ankle. Now, this is one event you can actually work on in the gym, and we've seen this before. Injured athletes can do bar routines in practice, and this is the event Lindsey's been able to stay sharpest at.
Oh, look how high she is on that release move, the Tkachev. And then she goes immediately to the low bar, just short of handstand, but good position. She should get credit for 2 release moves. Now, she's a little tender on the landing for her dismount as she sets up. Still, it's a double flyaway. She should be very happy. They are so excited to have Lindsey back into the lineup. She adds some depth and dimension to the team. Excellent height. Watch how high she is. Way above the bar on her first somersault. Just drops into the landing.
Now you can see she has the confidence on this event. Puts herself out on the edge. And there's her number, a 9.875. And that is a season best for Lindsey Nelson. Back to the vault runway. Kristen Parker, sophomore, part of last year's championship team.
She does a front handspring vault in a pike position. She does a half twist, so that gives her a 10.0 value routine. It's pretty clean. Her legs are together. She's got good pike position in the air. She takes slight hop on the landing, has to balance herself just a little bit, so maybe she'll lose a half a tenth.
That's it, 9.95. That's a brand new vault, too, for Kristen Parker. And she has got it down, a 9.95, and the Bruins starting to warm up a little bit now on the vaults. To the bars, Laura Degenhardt.
Laura, this is not her best event. She works really hard on this event. There is her first release move, which is called a Shaposhnikova. She's doing giant circles, 2 back-to-back full twisting giant circles. There's her second release move. Good body position. She's extended through the shoulders, setting up for her dismount, which is a toe on, front off with a half twist. Excellent bar routine for Laura, and this is not her best event. So she's keeping the Beavers in the running. She's got some extra bonus in this routine. Here we'll see her set up for her dismount. Toe on, good pike body position, half twist, and just a slight step before landing. That's one of the best routines I've seen Laura do.
And that is her career best, equals at a 9.875. So Campbell and Degenhardt, who are going to be expected